Welcome to the You Are It podcast. My name is Alejandra Orozco. I am a social science researcher and an energy healer. You Are It has been created to support you in expanding your perception of reality. You are loved and absolutely deserving simply because you are, not because of what you have accomplished. Join me and be ready to transform your beliefs and approaches as you enter the flow of becoming one with your highest good and your highest purpose. Dear friends, welcome back to You Are It. Today, we are exploring how your inner world directly shapes your outer experience, not through wishful thinking, but through the actual mechanics of consciousness itself. We will discover why shifting your frequency changes what becomes possible in your life. You are welcome to Perception as Alchemy, how frequency becomes experienced reality. Dear friends, what we experience is not some set reality out there, but rather frequency itself crystallizing into form through the powerful alchemy of our perception. This isn't just philosophical theory. This is the fundamental technology of consciousness. Your perception is the alchemical vessel, and frequency is the raw material that transforms into everything you experience. There is a beautiful understanding emerging through consciousness communities that speaks to something we have all felt. The matrix is not a computer, it is a belief system. What if I told you that the feeling of being trapped in limitation isn't because of some external force controlling you? The matrix isn't a computer program running our lives from the outside. It is something much more personal and intimate. It is the collection of inherited beliefs, unconscious judgments, and unexamined assumptions that we have accepted as truth without question. This invisible framework shapes how we interpret everything we encounter. When we automatically react instead of consciously responding, we are operating from this programming. When we feel the compulsive need to be right, we are feeding the system. But here is the powerful truth. We didn't incarnate here to be the prisoners of old programming. We came here to witness it, to question it, and to remember that we are the awareness of serving these patterns, not the patterns themselves. The only way out of the matrix is not forward, it is inward. When you feel empty, don't run from that feeling. That emptiness is the means to escape, the glitch in the programming, the crack where the light enters. Let us look at the frequency of perception. Buddhist teacher Shi Hengji speaks powerfully about a spiritual awakening, sharing that most people never survive it, not because it is impossible, but because they don't understand that awakening is first a death before it becomes a rebirth. It burns through everything force, the masks, the roles, the attachments, the identities, the beliefs we have clung to for survival. As we move through this inner transformation, we literally shift the frequency through which we perceive. And this determines what version of reality becomes available to us. When you are operating from the frequency of fear, separation, or control, your perception naturally crystallizes experiences of threats and problems. But when you anchor yourself in the frequency of love, unity, and trust, suddenly the same quantum field reveals opportunities, connections, and gifts that were always there, but invisible to your previous frequency. This is not positive thinking. This is how consciousness literally works. Your inner frequency is the tuning fork that determines which aspect of the infinite field of possibility becomes your experienced reality. Let us connect this to the act of resting. Alan Watts understood something profound that most of us have forgotten. We are not here to be useful to everyone. We are not machines for other people's convenience or endless batteries of support for others' comfort. In our culture's obsession with productivity, we have lost touch with the revolutionary act of simply being. When you stop trying to please and be useful to everyone, something miraculous happens to your perception. You begin to see the world not through the lens of what do they need from me, but through the clarity of what is actually here. You start to notice the sky again. You laugh without needing a reason. This shift in how you relate to yourself creates a fundamental shift in how you perceive everything around you. As you recognize your own divinity, your inherent wholeness and creative power, you begin to see that the same divine essence is in everyone else. You stop trying to rescue, fix, or constantly help others because you realize that each soul is on their own sacred journey of becoming responsible for their own creation of reality. This isn't abandonment or lack of compassion. It is the deepest respect you can offer, trusting others in their own divine process of awakening. Now, let us see Walter Russell's secret wisdom and the technology of self-worth. After experiencing a profound illumination, Walter Russell, a visionary artist and writer from the late 1800s, received insights so advanced that he was sometimes ridiculed. Tesla himself advised him to keep them secret, saying humanity was not ready. Russell understood that consciousness and matter are one, that what we call the physical world is simply consciousness crystallized into form, frequency made visible. The teachings that come through Bashar offer us similar insights into the technology of consciousness. One of the most transformative is this: doubt is not a lack of trust, but rather 100% trust in an idea you don't prefer. When you doubt yourself, you are perfectly trusting a story about yourself that isn't working for you. And that story is literally alchemizing into your experienced reality. Your signature vibration, your core frequency, is already validation of your existence. You are consciousness itself. Temporarily focused, through the beautiful lens of human experience. Every moment, you are taking the infinite field of pure potential, and through your awareness, your attention, your emotional state, you are crystallizing specific experiences into being. Now, let's see how we can navigate the density with grace. Many sensitive souls feel overwhelmed by the heaviness they encounter in this world. But here is what the spiritual wisdom teaches us. We came here not to be crushed by the density, but to be lighthouses within it. The key is learning to distinguish between what is yours to feel and what belongs to the collective field. When you witness suffering, you can acknowledge it with compassion without absorbing it into your being. Your very presence as someone who chooses love creates ripples of possibility. You don't need to fix everything or everyone. Remember, you chose to be here during this time of great transformation. Your soul knew exactly what it was signing up for. The art of divine seeing and the sacred art of conscious perception go hand in hand. As Angie Hippel, who channels Judah, beautifully said, you can break through rather than break down simply by changing your perspective. Trust that even painful things are allowed for a reason. This is the recognition that every experience can become a doorway to greater wisdom when we approach it from the right frequency. Moving towards unity consciousness doesn't mean having no boundaries or accepting harmful behavior. It means learning to see the divine essence in every being, while still honoring your own energetic integrity. You can hold someone in their highest possibility without absorbing their unconsciousness. When you perceive others without resentment, anger, or the need to fix them, you create a space for miracles. Let us explore the role of joy in all of this. You may be wondering, how do we practically begin this journey? We start with doing things that bring us joy, learning to see the miracle of everything happening around us. Joy is not something that happens to you when external conditions are right. Joy is a frequency you can choose to embody, and when you do, it transforms how you perceive everything around you. So now, here is what I trust you know in the depths of your being. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the cosmic alchemist through which infinite consciousness transforms frequency into experienced reality. Your perception is not passive observation, it is active creation. When you remember that you are consciousness itself, temporarily focused to your unique human experience, everything changes. You stop trying to control the external world and start consciously choosing your internal frequency. This is the profound shift. Recognizing that what you call your life is actually frequency becoming form through the powerful vessel of your perception. And here is the practice. Start with moments. When you notice yourself feeling contracted, stressed, or separate, pause and ask, what frequency am I broadcasting right now? How can I become the alchemical vessel through which a higher frequency expresses itself? Remember that you are always free to change your frequency. And as you make these internal changes, watch how your experienced reality begins to transform. So, the world you experience is not happening to you. It is happening through you. You are the cosmic alchemist through which frequency transforms into experienced reality. Your perception is your superpower, and your frequency is your choice. As we close today, I invite you to carry with you this knowing. Every moment is an opportunity to consciously participate in the cosmic alchemy of creation. You are the cosmic vessel through which formless potential becomes form. How you choose to perceive literally determines what becomes possible to experience. Everything is frequency, seeking to know itself through form, and you are the conscious focal point through which this powerful alchemy occurs. Use your perception consciously. Choose your frequency deliberately and watch as reality transforms to match the love you are remembering how to be. I love you all very dearly, and it is pure joy to be right here sharing these insights with you. Me llamo Alejandra, and you have been listening to You Are It. Talk to you very soon. Remember this truth as you go forth. Your perception, your frequency, your conscious participation in the alchemy of reality is not just for you. Every moment you choose love over fear, unity over separation, you are literally uplifting the consciousness of the entire human family. You are the sacred drop of water that elevates the entire ocean. Rumi once said, "You search the world for treasures, but the real treasure is yourself." This is the essence of our message on the You Are It podcast. You are the treasure waiting to be discovered or enjoyed. You are the flame that never consumes itself and the light that shines everywhere. Now you are home. Please know that you are most welcome. Stay tuned as we look forward to sharing something of value on every episode.